Hi, you guys. It's your girl Kiara, and I'm back with another video. And so, welcome back to Entering the Thoughts with Kiara podcast. And of course, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, share the video, of course, if you want to share the video. And so, of course, before we get into the video, as you see to the right of me, I have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself, ma'am?
Yes, my name is Tiana, Kiara's best friend.
Period.
And we're just here just to talk today about friendship.
Period. So today is gonna be episode 9. Episode 9, and it's gonna be about friendship. So we're gonna get into this thing. And so I wanted to ask you, whenever I asked you about this title, friendship, like what came to your mind of what did you want to talk about whenever I asked you about this topic?
Just us. Friendship, loyalty, having a good time. Just someone you can depend on.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what came to mind was you, because I don't have too many friends. Really, I just have you, because if I really want to get deep into it, you've been a consistent friend.
Oh, okay.
The others, we may talk every once in a while, and I know they have things going on. Even me and you, we have things going on like life, but we've been more consistent than others.
Yeah. I feel like one thing that I learned about me and your friendship that I noticed, like whenever we get together or whenever we do things together, I be like, dang, it'd be like we ain't never skipped a beat. Like it just be like we get back to where it was or where we left off at.
Exactly.
And it's just like it'd be so crazy because we were just talking about how we were like how we be talking about how we used to do things with each other. It's like we be missing each other and don't be saying nothing to each other. We be talking to other people about each other. Like, be for real. We need to do better, but
we do.
We getting there.
But this year is the year. We did our vision boards a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I definitely had friends and family in my vision board.
Yeah.
So I do want to incorporate that within just the rest of my life, especially this year, because I know we need to get back. Like you said, when I see you, it's back to what it should be.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I feel like it's a lot of it's more growth. Like we're a lot older, so it's just like we don't handle the things like irrationally like we used to. I feel like we was both hotheads as
Definitely.
like we was very like two individual like strong type of people.
Yeah.
And it's like you had your mindset and I had my mindset, and that's just what it was.
Right.
But it was like don't mess with either one of us, but at the same time it was like it was like a sister relationship, basically. Like a sister relationship. It was just like
that's what it was. Because I have a sister, but she's way older than me, and we done been through some things. But I did consider you as my sister because we're closer, same age, went to school together.
Yeah.
So I did definitely. It's more family with you versus others.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like the friendship turned into like a family dynamic. Like it was like her dad and her mom was is basically my dad and my mom, and then my parents is basically her parents. Exactly. My sister is basically her little sister.
Yeah, all her cousins. When you met the whole family, and I mean, it's just
it'd be crazy. It'd be like, they'd be like, where Tiana? I'd be like, what you mean where Tiana? I'm like, you met Tiana before? They be like, yes, Kiara. Like I'm like oh dang, she has been around for that long.
Girl, I met everybody.
Yeah, I don't even be realizing that.
We ain't seen in a while.
Yeah,
I still, and that's one thing about friends. That's how it should be. If you don't know, if you haven't introduced others to, your family, then what you doing?
Exactly.
You don't want them around.
Exactly. That's just your associate. That's not your friend.
Exactly. Yeah. So I probably have a few associates.
I definitely do associates more than I do friends, because it's just like I'm real picky with my friends. Like, and I'm not easy to deal with. Honestly and truthfully, I'm a handful. I could be a lot. So
I can be a lot.
Yeah. So I just feel like I could also, like, if you don't really know me, like you may take some things that I may say, or
what we said earlier. If you looking to be offended, you're gonna find it.
Exactly.
And with us, it's not gonna be like that. I'm not gonna question. What she mean about, like, I'm not gonna actually what's the word? I'm not gonna think about it for too long, or it's not even gonna come into mind that you did something, because I know you're not gonna do things intentionally.
Exactly.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You ain't coming up. You're good.
That's just one thing about friendship. It shouldn't be. I just know you wouldn't do anything wrong
intentionally. Yeah, intentionally to hurt you. Yeah. No, hey, I get what you mean. Not cut that out. She sound like my mama, y'all. Because I feel like with friendships, like I feel like the most important thing is to support one another through things and to like be there for one another. I feel like at one point I didn't really like understand that. I feel I didn't, because I wanted to fix everything. I was a fixer. In all, like, any kind of relationship I've ever been in, friendship, family, anybody I'm dating. Like I'll be trying to fix something. Like I'll be trying to make it better. Or make it make sense. Or make it some way, somehow, where it was just like, because I didn't like that disconnect feeling, or feel like things are going to be disconnected. So whenever I feel like I'm losing someone, or feel like I'm being rejected in a sense, I would react. And I feel like back then, like, I reacted so quickly, and I didn't think before I said about a lot of things. And it'd be like, dang, Kiara, you
me too. We just said that.
I
definitely shouted things. I didn't think about how it would make you feel or anything. I did what I wanted to do, and that's being. How old were we? Like, we were still in our mid-20s, teenagers.
High school. We still like going to 18.
So that mentality is, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't care what people think.
Yeah,
it's a hothead mentality. Yeah, that a lot of kids have.
And I feel like it's also more of just like being stuck in your ways, not really knowing how to communicate how you feel. So the best way you know how to communicate it is how you seen. Like what we seen, or like around us, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna yell, or I'm gonna just stand on what I stand on. That's what I've seen, so that's how I'm gonna project onto this other person. But I feel like it was more of, we had to learn how to understand who each other was individually as a person in order for us to be able to build a healthy relationship with each other, and a consistent one, to not have moments like, I understand, I feel like that was meant for us to be apart for as long as we was. It hurt.
Grow.
Yeah. It was a lot. I was like, dang, because it was just like I had other people around me, but then it was just like, whenever you feel like those were the people you thought was the real ones, but in reality, the one that really was the real one was the one that I didn't think that I was the real one, if that makes sense. Because you have moments.
You had your associates around you.
Yeah.
That really, you probably wasn't, you couldn't really depend on them.
Exactly.
They was there at the moment. And it's people that was there at the moment, that's all they was there for.
Exactly.
That's all it was meant for them to be there at the moment, but they're not going to further be with you.
Yeah. Long run. Yeah. Yeah. It's because it's just like, I noticed that whenever me and you connected back again, it made sense, because it was just like, because I was hesitant about that at first, because I was like, I don't know, because some people that be trying to come back into my life, they be trying to come back for a reason. So I was like, Lord, I'll ask him, like, what does this mean? Like, what is this for? And then he was just like, well, you said that you was ready for a new tribe. Like, you said you was ready for this next chapter. So these are one of the chapters that is not going to be completely cut off like the other ones was. Right. And so I was like, okay, I respect that. Like, because at first I was just like, because, like, I've been wanting a friend again. Like, I've been wanting to have somebody to talk to. Like, she know my whole life, y'all. Like, the ins and outs of everything. So it's just like, I missed having that type of relationship with somebody. Right. Yeah.
And I definitely missed it as well. A lot of things I've missed. Like, when we first met up, and I don't think you remember, because when we went to seafood party, I was like, it felt weird. Yeah. And I told my spouse that. I was like, it kind of felt weird. Yeah. But then it did. Yeah. Like, it's like I'm meeting somebody. I know who you are.
Exactly. I know what you mean.
But it's like, it felt weird at a point, because, like I said, we haven't seen each other in a long time. Yeah. And I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't know, what was going to come out of it.
But when we got to talking, it just felt like normal.
It was like a flow. It was like, okay, like, this is what I miss. Like, not necessarily forget the chaos, but understand that, yes, there was chaos in some things, but there were also ways of how I could have done better, and just move forward from there, and not hold on to it so much, and not like beat yourself up of what you could have did better, or I could have did
coulda,
this.
Shoulda, woulda.
Yeah,
and I do that all the time.
Yeah,
with a lot of things. Dang, if I didn't do that, I spilled the glass of wine on the floor. Dang, if I would just sat it on the table and not just sat it on the floor.
Exactly.
And I'm like, well, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Exactly.
It's a lot of things that's just human.
Yeah, it's just we're all human. But people these days,
people will go crazy. I just dropped some wine on the floor. They gonna go crazy.
And be like, dang, yeah.
It's not that serious.
It's just like, even because like I learned, because like even with just life in general, I feel like people they take themselves too seriously.
Yeah,
that's all it is. They don't.
And it's not. We're not perfect.
Exactly.
Don't beat yourself up about it.
Yeah.
Just improve.
Exactly.
That's all we can do.
And do better. Yeah. And just learn from it.
Exactly, girl. That's all we're doing is learning. And that's the type of relationship that we grown to have.
Mm-hmm.
If you like whatever we went through, we can always still come back to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't do that with nobody else, they're not your friend.
Exactly.
They wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, it wasn't meant for y'all to connect with each other as much as you thought you were supposed to have that relationship with that person, or as much as you thought that person was supposed to stay in your life, or that's all I have, or that's all I needed. And it's just like, God will show you quick, like, nah, like that's that person. Like a lot of times it's just like just knowing the difference between a friend and somebody that really just feeding off of whatever it is they can get off of you within that moment. Because it was just like some people just there just because they know they're going to be able to get something out of you that's benefiting them, but they don't care about anything whenever it got nothing to do with you.
When it's all done and over with, who's next?
Exactly. No, that is how they be. They sure do jump to the next one.
Okay, what you got?
Exactly. They be quick. They'll have a new friend like quick. Like, dang, you just messed that person 2 days ago. How they at your house and do all this with you now? Like, be for real.
Sad, but you know what? I don't. People believe in karma, and that's a part of it. Also, like in the Bible, you reap what you sow.
Exactly.
You cannot do bad and expect
something good to come out of it. Yeah.
And I've never had that intention or that mindset. I'm not the type of person at all.
Yeah.
So if I do encounter someone, they ain't gonna be in a lifelong.
Yeah.
If that's the case, like friends, associates, whoever. But I know with you, it's not like that at all.
Yeah.
So,
what do you feel about loyalty with friendships? Like, how important is that to you with that?
It's definitely important. You gotta give me like an example because I can't think of nothing off the top.
Like loyalty, like say for instance, like just having each other's back. Like say I did something that I ain't have no business doing, and then we chilling with our significant others, and they be like, oh hey, Kiara said she was at your house.
I'm not in there. No. That's why I draw them. I'm not.
You're not gonna have my back in that moment. Like if he randomly asks you that question, like you're gonna be like, I don't know what you talk about.
I don't want you to. Don't put me in that situation. I won't put you in that situation.
Exactly. Okay. So that's with the friendship dynamic. That's something that's
not what we're gonna do.
Okay. That's not even.
We're gonna be honest.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna lie for you.
Okay. Exactly.
So you can go to one of your associates.
Period.
That's gonna lie. But that don't feel right.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that either. I just gave an example. I just wanted to see what you was gonna say. Hey, we talk about different type of friendship because some people,
probably do.
Some people really like they accept that. Like some people like they accept that within their dynamic of friendships. I feel like it's low key kind of unhealthy because that means that you're allowing bad behavior with your friend, which means
eventually they're gonna reciprocate that. They're gonna do the same thing to you.
Exactly.
So why? No. But that's a good example.
Yeah.
So that was a test.
It wasn't necessarily a test, but I just wanted to see.
No. Yeah,
it's just the start of because it is part of like friendships. Like people do that. Some people like that. Some people.
We've seen probably shows on TV about
it's
a lot of that's the world. You got a lot of people out there that do stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I'm not one.
Yeah, it takes a lot to want to be a friend to somebody. Like I feel like you have to have time and patience to want to really build a for real dynamic with somebody. Like, really, it's a lot.
You're right, and like you said, it's patience.
Yeah,
because we're all human. You know us, we get on each other's nerves.
Yeah, of course.
Some days I get on your nerves, you get on my nerves, but can we move past it?
Exactly. Are we able to have an open communication to where we could feel comfortable enough to talk to each other about certain things? Like, are we like how do you feel about that? Like, being able to be open with your friend, being able to just
say that. I feel like back then we did not have
Yeah,
communication
at all.
Now, and I'm working with that with my spouse, with just
in
my
general
family,
in life.
period.
Yeah,
I am bad with communication because I'll let something happen and I'll just let it happen.
Yeah,
I won't say nothing about it because sometimes I don't like conflict.
Exactly. Yeah, we both have that in common.
Like and at this point in my life, I don't want to deal with conflict.
Yeah.
So, but that's probably part of it because I don't want to argue. It takes so much out of you.
Yeah.
To argue, and then my blood pressure will get up.
Exactly.
And, I ain't trying to be in the hospital.
Exactly.
So I really, really do not like conflict, but I know that's just how life is.
Exactly. In order to get over it,
I need to know how to handle it.
Yeah.
It's different ways to communicate to somebody to handle the conflict.
Yeah, exactly.
To where we don't need to be no fight.
Exactly.
We're not doing none of that. We can just talk.
Exactly. Have an open communication. Be transparent with one another. Be able to be open. Be able to.
And we probably got in arguments, but we never fought each other.
No.
And I don't see how people can do that. Like, I thought about that, like with conflict and how it's a lot of girls that fight their friends.
Like, oh, this is a good one. What? Like, okay, so just like knowing who your friends really are. Like, even with the situation with, don't quote me, I don't remember her name by heart, but the young lady that went to Mexico.
Her friends.
Yeah, she went to Mexico with her friends. Like,
she ended up dead.
Yeah, they ended up.
That is so sad.
Like, stuff like
so sad.
Yeah, stuff like that I'd be scared of. Like, whenever it comes to like having a new friend or having somebody new come in,
I definitely
it's
understand.
Like I'd be having to pray hard because people is evil.
People are evil. Like you said, they don't want the best for
you.
And in that case, that is so sad. I didn't read upon that for too long. I kind of glanced over and I was like, man, that's sad. So I don't know what happened. I hope the people, whoever did it, gets charged. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it does make you want to not accept new people.
Exactly.
But it's not you being rude.
Yeah.
It's just you being cautious.
Yeah.
Because we don't know them.
Man.
But you didn't know me.
Exactly.
So, we've been knowing each other like in middle school to high school, but we still didn't really know each other. Like, you can go to school with somebody and you don't know how their parents is. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they're crazy, they murderers.
Yeah.
So that, man, and now that I'm a mother, I'm thinking about that with my son.
Exactly.
Like,
now I understand why our moms were so heavy on us not going nowhere. like we couldn't do nothing. But now I understand.
We had to meet the parents. Yes. People don't even do that.
They don't get me started on that. You feel like balancing out motherhood and just friends. Like, how do you feel about that right now in your life? Oh, yeah, by the way, she is a mother.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it now.
A great one at that.
Thank you.
He's cute.
I'm trying to do it now. I put that in my vision board that I need to add, myself. I need me.
Yeah.
And I can't and when I first had him, it was all about him, not me.
Yeah.
It's selflessness, if I'm even saying that right.
Yeah, it is.
You have to be selfless. So I'm just constantly worrying about him, constantly. But when I think about it, I was kind of depressed. And that was part of the postpartum.
Oh, okay.
I was depressed, and I felt like I didn't have anyone to talk to about this, about what I was going through, or So, girl, now that he's a little older, I feel like I have to have a me time, and I have to have my friend time, and that's why we've been seeing each other more.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to put that in my life, because I'm not just a mom.
Exactly,
I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. I'm so much more than just a mom. And
exactly.
I lost that. I lost that at first because I was so, oh, my son, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta make sure he has this, and I'm still, I'm still like that, but I still have to have me in there.
Exactly.
You can't lose it. And when your mom was on here, she kind of said something about that too, and I was like, yeah, I feel like that too. Yeah. I feel like because you want so much, you want to do so much for your child. You want to have you want the best for them. Exactly. You want to do the best for them, and that takes a lot out of you. Yeah. So you do lose sight of friends. I know I didn't talk to you for a while. Yeah. So you lose sight of a lot. Yeah. But now I'm at a place where I want to have more control over my life. Yeah. Over, me catching up with you, catching up with myself. Because I need some me time. Yeah. From everything. Just sanity. Exactly. But I've been trying to do that. I've been better versus last year or the year before. Yeah. That's always she's great. Just 2, so it ain't been that long. Yeah. But I think it's a new day. Yeah, you're starting to it's different. Like allow yourself to see it more and acknowledge it and like say it out loud to yourself. Like ask yourself the hard questions. Like I could tell like by what you're saying out loud, like you ask yourself the hard questions in order for you to wanna be like, okay, how can I turn this page? Because I'm tired of being on this page. Exactly. Like how can I be able to put me first, but then also balance out and have a social life with my friends to where I don't go crazy? Because having friendships is important. Being able to have somebody there to talk to and to be able to not only just sometimes not even talk. Sometimes it just be there just to sit there and hear you cry, be a shoulder to cry on. If you've fallen down, hey, I need some help. Like just different things like that. I feel like one thing for sure, like we always had each other's back in a lot of situations in the best way that we knew how in the moments of where we were at. And I feel like I appreciate the friendship that we continue to have. Like even though like it wasn't perfect. Right. Like, it wasn't all of what we thought of what it was probably going to be or what we thought of how we thought it was going to end up or where the journey was going to go. It was just like at one point it may feel like the journey ended, but then it came back on track just in a better way, in a more peaceful way, in a way where it's just like we're both able to want to be there for one another, want to be a good friend, or know what are your things that you like, what are the things that I like, Our mindsets are so different. Yeah. And if it wasn't, what are we doing? Exactly. If we were still on the same thing that we were on years ago, what are we? Exactly. That's one thing you cannot do. And that's one thing. Don't be stagnant. Exactly. You cannot. You can't grow. Exactly. So I definitely understand. Yeah. Because I feel like being at a place of just being mindful of the things that you do, also taking accountability for whenever you do mess up with your friend, whenever you do maybe hurt their feelings or just overdid your thing. Like it's okay to just be like, I messed up. I'm sorry. Like I apologize. Like, and just keep it at that. Yeah. Nah, I apologize, but you did make me mad. And it's like, that's not an apology. Exactly. I apologize, but remember you said this. Remember. No, I'm sorry. Leave it at that. Exactly. And that's just what it is. Like, I apologize for my actions. I apologize for not being the best to you that, that I didn't know at that moment. But now I know how to do better at this moment. I know that. And it may be hard because we're human. And that's a thing I'm trying to work on too. How can I even put this? Like when someone do something to me. And I just feel like, dang, that hurt me. Yeah. And if they do apologize, I'm like, well, dang, I'm still hurt. Yeah. Like I know we're supposed to forgive. Yeah. But I remember still. Like people say, forgive and forget. Well, some people can't forget. Oh, I don't forget. And I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Exactly. But I can't forget that. And I feel like that's not bad because it's just like at the end of the day, it's just that's like. It's like whenever it's like, yes,
I'm still gonna feel how I feel, and you have to respect that, because that just means that I'm still in a healing journey to forgive you. Yes, I forgive you for what you did, and I'm in the process of wanting to take those steps to get there, but we're not all the way there yet, and it's gonna take time. It's just like being patient with one another and knowing that things are not gonna happen overnight. Like you were saying, like it's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna just be just like a boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not all friends are able to just come back and be able to be like this. It's just like everybody builds it up in a different way. So it's just like don't think just because you went through something bad with your friend that it's the end of it. It's just like sometimes God separates you within that time for a reason to help grow both of y'all individually within whatever it is that y'all need to grow in, to where you can be able to come back in a more mature, more understanding, and just like be able to want to do. What was I going with that? You get what I'm saying? Like just being able to just like wanting to
change.
Like wanting to change, wanting to see your own mistakes without worrying about what somebody else did. Like that's like a real friend. Like you're willing to just be okay with not being perfect.
Like, of course.
Being okay with not always wanting to see things in the way that you wanted to see them, because then it's like you're not really being a friend. Like you just only want it to be how you want it to be. You're not letting it be what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
we're gonna have different perspectives, opinions, a lot of things. But you still my friend.
Exactly.
And whatever you say, I'm gonna respect it.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna argue with you about it. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna sit there and argue about it and make you change your mind about something.
Exactly.
That's not what friendship is about. So we're definitely at that level. And to the people that's not, that's just something you have to work on with your friend. And if you guys are at the level that you've separated and haven't talked, maybe try to reach back out to them. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not.
Don't let the ego get you.
Don't let the ego get you. And then don't force it.
Exactly. If it's not meant, it's just not meant. Sometimes we be trying to hold on to friendships that just not meant to hold on to.
Exactly.
If that person is not showing you that they're willing to love you for who you are as a person, and they're always judging you, talking about you behind your back, or they're talking to you about other people, that to me, I'm starting to realize that's a red flag to me now.
I never did that when we was friends. Was friends. When we were like back in the day.
I know what you mean.
We were consistent. We never talked about people.
Not in that, like not in a way, like
we're not, because we, first of all, we don't care.
There's some crazy stuff that happened whenever, like with girls at our school, they would talk about how they friends and they'll be
we was not
airing their dirty laundry and stuff out, telling their business. Like it's just like, I feel like that's like, you just gotta be careful with people. It's just like you allow people into your space, you allow people into your bubble, and then they just pop it. Like,
and that's why it was just us four. Because everyone else, it was just, I don't know. Like you said, it was a lot of backstabbing.
Yes, like a lot of,
I could not believe.
Like,
and then
dang.
Be friends the next day. Who? What?
I'd be like, wait, like, did you?
What was that?
What you just talking about her to me and Tiana just yesterday?
And then y'all cool.
And then y'all just cool.
Even if we did have times when we had arguments and we probably didn't eat together at lunch. But do you think I'm gonna go and that I'm not gonna go and I don't like her and she did this and that's why this and that and
like
that, like, then that's not your friend.
Exactly. Like, it's just like friends being friends, having other friends that they don't get along with, so then they feel like, oh, you can't be friends with them. I know that type of person.
I've never been like that in high school. I'm not like that now.
I just feel like, just don't talk to me about that person because they're not here. Don't do that. Because it's just like, if we friends, then we friends.
What about if it's something funny? If they just bring it up because it just happened, or you just don't want to hear about them at all?
No, like I'm saying, like talking about them, like if you're trying to be catty, like if you're trying to like sit there and start some drama.
Shanika did this.
Yes. Like you could, just because you know that we close, so you trying to talk to me about that person, like as if I'm gonna engage into this this toxic conversation that you're trying to have. Like
Yeah,
that's where I draw the line. Like, cause this is like, I don't care if my friend's friends with somebody that don't really like me.
I don't think I didn't like anyone you was friends with.
No,
like the girl
Felicia, in high school.
That we always.
I thought it was just all of us. We had our own group. We all dressed like we all had the same colors on. You remember? I have all them pictures
that we always talked with. Olivia and Jacqueline. You know them was the main two. And she forgot.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm gonna keep this part in, but yeah, I remember Olivia and Jacqueline. Yes, like, hey, we was ex Boon Coon's junior and senior year. I feel like junior, senior year is whenever all of us had a whole dynamic.
Yeah, you're right.
Junior, I feel like like close to the end of sophomore year, going into junior years, whenever we had our dynamic going on. But I feel like,
but we always was cool. The whole 4 years.
Yeah, that's how I experienced different types of fancy foods. They always went everywhere. They went.
Clothes.
Yes. Oh yeah, Jacqueline had her own. Her mom had her
parents.
Her mom had
that store.
Yeah, in the mall. Yeah, they had some cute stuff.
We would just be at the mall.
Yeah, chilling.
So that's why I said just those main two is the only people. Now, of course, we had a lot of people I can name. The ones you just said.
Yeah, I feel like we was just like a group of.
And it would be days where the people that were the backstabbers that we'll talk to them.
Yeah,
we not gonna exile you out. But yeah, you can come take a picture like that one picture that we all had. We was all wearing black and pink.
They wanted to be a part of our clique so bad, bro. They talk so much of that mess about us, and I have that picture on my freaking Facebook to this day. So my Facebook blocked, so good luck. But but yeah, that picture is on there, and they basically
because we was just taking a picture.
Yeah, because Dominique, it was Dominique Castor. Yeah, because it was me, you, Taylor, Felicia, Ashanti. We had all just I don't know what week was going on. We had pink one day. Yellow.
But this one I remember it was
all black. And we have our sweatpants on. Was that our black and our bows in our hair?
We had the pink.
Yeah, I may have to insert them pictures of us back in the day.
Below.
Yeah, down below. We was cute back then. I feel like we had a lot of fun. Yeah, we are still cute. But I was just saying like how we used to do in high school,
it was like Spirit Week or something like that.
It must. I think we created our own stuff. We
did our own Spirit Week.
Honestly, I feel like we really did.
Where it is. Taylor, mom, and her made the bows.
Yeah, make the bows.
So that's how we started doing the bows. Girl, I love the bows.
I did too. To this day, she's still making merch and stuff. So it's just like now she's still within her creativity.
And I don't have nothing against none of them because
I feel like everybody changed.
Yeah, everybody changed.
We was literally kids. We were like. Going into 15, 18 years 16, old. 17, yeah, like when do we? Well, how old do you be starting freshman year?
Your birthday, because I think I graduated when I was 17. I wasn't 18 yet.
Oh yeah, I think I just turned 18 because it was in May whenever we graduated, and then your birthday ended up being in
It was always I was always younger.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, because I feel like I feel like we just had a lot of fun as friends. I feel like. I feel like we made a lot of memories. We have a lot of pictures.
And that's what pictures, like your mom said, how she didn't used to take pictures.
Yes, we have so many videos and all of that. I feel like it was really important that we also, we always recorded everything. We took a lot of pictures. We would.
Remember that picture? I don't know where I found it at. But Lamaya was in the background, and I was in the mirror, and I don't even think you probably, we was always in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So you probably had left and came back, but I remember Lamaya, and she was so little. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She in high school now.
Yeah, she's grown.
She used to always be right there with
Lord
us.
Jesus, have mercy. She grown.
Yeah, she's grown. She's like my niece. They're gonna graduate here soon, girl. Can you believe that?
I know, that's kind of scary. That the fact that you reminded. Speaking
about the
what? We're gonna go to we're gonna be in a reunion next year. Like, who told us to be in a reunion? Like, be so for real. We've came a long way. I feel like we've had a good journey together. I really appreciate our friendship. I appreciate the good, the bad, and the ugly, honestly and truthfully, because I feel like it helped me understand like what I wanted out of friendships, like what I like. expected out of certain things, like knowing how to have realistic expectations and not go too OD, like, and then also learning to not go so long without talking to each other and communicate and just be open and just say like how you feel. Just talk.
Now that's the thing that we're definitely working on, because we did go a minute without talking to each other. So yeah, but I'm glad we're
getting back to that.
More, yeah, life, we understand.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand. Yeah, it's just like you're a mom, so, like. But
it's things that I definitely have to incorporate.
Yeah. And I'm grateful that we are at that place now where we incorporating that, and we
it's great.
We about to be locked in. Period. You're gonna see a whole bunch of T and K.
T and K, and it might just pop off into this big podcast.
Yeah, I'm putting it
out there. So
okay.
Yeah, that's what we can do. That may be the main thing. We're gonna mainstream it. I'm gonna put that on my vision board.
Okay.
Cause I'm trying to do my business. I want to do things this year.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be stagnant. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do my business. If I want to do business with you, with the podcast, I'm gonna do that. It's a lot of things. Yeah. Don't ever stop yourself. You can always do more.
Exactly.
Don't ever just settle for less.
Exactly.
Do more.
Exactly.
So that's where I'm at.
Period. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys make sure, of course, make sure you like, make sure you comment, subscribe, share, all that. Okay, do all that stuff, all that good stuff. But before we end the video, I'm about to read off an affirmation. If you make it to all the end of the videos, then you know what we're doing today. Period. Appreciate you for making it to the end of this video. So whoever you are, thank you. But today it's going to be the 5th chakra, so a throat chakra. So if you can see, she got blue and green on. I got green. And then, the throat chakra, blue, green,
and I didn't
heart.
Plan this at all.
Yeah, period. So your throat and then your heart chakra. But this one's your throat chakra. So this communication, period. So this is communication, like we would just talk about. And so it says, I communicate openly and honestly to express my thoughts and feelings clearly. I share my inner knowledge freely with integrity and without fear. My aim is to be fully understood by others, and I am open to giving, receiving praise, and I will be careful not to talk excessively and make it all about me. I create space in my conversations for others to communicate with me, and I inquire about others. I inquire about others' thoughts and feelings, as listening to their truth can be uplifting. Period. I like that one.
I really like that one.
I like that bottom.
Because that's me. Let me see the card again. I think the part where I am open to giving and receiving praise, and I will be careful not to talk excessively and make it all about me. That's definitely.
I feel like that's really important in a friendship. Like, not always trying to.
Don't be selfish.
Yeah, exactly. It's not all about you. Like, leave room.
That's
space.
Like me talking. Like, you're telling me something. I'm like, girl, so I'm finna get my nails done tomorrow.
What? You disregarded the whole thing.
You're being said. You're talking about you, and I'm sitting here telling you all about me, what's going on with my life. You need to listen.
Exactly. Listen, acknowledge, pay attention, all of that. But what advice would you give the people whenever it comes down to like just friendships or something that you've learned that you would tell them to,
Just kind of what we've been saying, communicate. Definitely communicate. If you feel a certain way, say, I feel, let's start with that. I feel this way. And then let them talk to you back. Yeah. Don't overspeak. But yeah, definitely communicate and listen. Now, the book that I was telling you about that helps me just with myself. Like, if you need help, because you probably don't know how to communicate. Exactly. And when we talked about the conflict, if you need help, just trying to figure out who you are. Yeah. Because you can have a friendship, but you need to have a friendship with yourself. You have to figure out who you are, basically. If you don't have that, then, and you just follow, don't be a follower. Don't, so the book was from Judge Lynn Toller called Letters. I think Dear Sonola. Let me get it for you. Okay. Dear Sonola, Letter to the Daughter that I've never had. Hold on, let me just. Dear Sonola, Letters to the Daughter I Never Had by Judge Lynn Toller.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, it has so many topics about learning yourself, who you are. And I'm not gonna quote nothing, but just stuff about. I can't even read the.
You can quote it.
Well, I can't even go back to what. Anyway, just stuff about yourself, love yourself. That's all it's about.
Yeah, just
and working out the kinks that everyone has kinks. So it's gonna help you just learn about it.
Yeah, just
self-love.
Self-love. Because in order for you to have any type of relationship in life, you have to have a relationship with yourself first.
Exactly.
Yeah. The advice that I would give is to be patient with yourself through being a friend. Like, if you don't OD it. Like, don't try to be so perfect or try to get everything right, or always or over exceeding yourself to the point to where that person's not giving you anything in return. Because sometimes, not all people intentionally try to, take away from you.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's just something they may be used to,
right,
somebody doing to them. So,
and they think it's normal.
Yeah, so it's
they're
just
normalizing things that's not right.
Exactly. So it's just be patient with your friends, communicate with them, like Tiana said, and just understand from each other's point of view first before you jump the gun on deciding on what it is that you want to do with that relationship. Really, pray and allow yourself to find out, is this relationship for me? Because sometimes we could be asking for certain friendships and that's not what you meant.
Look at the signs.
Exactly, because he gives you them.
Yeah.
A lot of times we just ignore them. I would say
ignore them.
Yeah, and so I would say just be patient with yourself, love on yourself, find out who you are, what you like, what you don't like, to where you can make sure that your friends don't overstep your boundaries, or be careful. Don't be putting yourself in situations where
we don't want that.
Yeah, like where you think somebody really all for you and they not, and they got evil intentions.
It's people with evil.
Yeah,
like evil
really.
Intentions.
Yeah,
we don't want that.
Yeah,
at all. It's dangerous.
Yeah, so it's just but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And like I always say, I know I really enjoyed you being here. I enjoyed Tiana today. Yes, she will be. I'm going to tell you more about what I have, my vision of after this. But I hope y'all enjoy this video, guys. Peace, love, bestlings. Bye, you guys. Damn, Jamal.